Whatever I give my full attention to in life will be my experience of reality. Now, this is the most practical and decisive way to put manifestation, law of attraction. For me, it's just the most practical way of looking at it to make it simple. It doesn't need to be intricate, right? So, therefore, with this understanding and the way that this manifestation takes place, it stands to reason that the universe will 100% support you no matter what you do if you fully dedicate yourself to it with all of your attention. So, that's exactly what this video is about. And welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies video. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Nathan, and I make videos about being the most powerful expression of ourselves by fully receiving the universe. And like I said in this video, I'm going to prove to you that the universe will 100% support you no matter what you do or what you decide. You are completely free and infinite. So, I've got this video broken up into 3 parts to make it go down a little bit smoother. Part 1 is going to be all about the big picture of this concept, what it really means to be 100% fully supported by the universe, what it looks like, right? And what this is really about that I'm talking about. Part 2 is going to be some research and evidence to support this claim and to support this theory. And in part 3, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to put this theory to the test, hardcore, to prove to myself, to my family, to my friends, to everybody here on YouTube that you are 100% supported by the universe. You could do anything, you could be anybody. All it takes is full dedication and a decision. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you can see, I've got this all worked out, multiple pages, full plan going strong. But before I hop into talking about the thick evidence and the real depth of this video, I just want to more so express a little bit more clearly what it is that I mean by the universe 100% supporting you. So with the intro, it was pretty gung-ho, and I do believe and I do mean that whatever you dedicate yourself fully to will literally become your reality. Therefore, the universe supports you in whatever you fully give your attention to. You can grow anything in the garden of life, essentially, right? It's all about what you choose to water, and the water is your attention. Now, we can see philosophically how this makes sense, but we can also look at evidence about this being true throughout all of our lives and all of our experiences and really anything that we do. It stands strong when I look back through my past. But when I talk about the universe 100% supporting us no matter what does support mean? Because the support doesn't always necessarily come in the ways that we think that it might. For example, I recently decided to leave the way that my life was before and step into being a new person, a new version of myself, somebody who lives on the road, travels, and was making daily YouTube videos. Now, I didn't have the financial support to do that, but because I fully dedicated myself to it, that support came. It came to me, and it didn't necessarily come in the way that I thought that it might. So support doesn't always come in the way that we necessarily expect or plan it to, but the universe will support you 100% no matter what. And as a matter of fact, in my opinion, even when things are falling apart and it feels like the support's not there, sometimes that's the biggest support to me. From looking back in my life when things were falling apart and not going as I had planned, it wasn't that I wasn't supported. It was that I was so supported that the universe was creating all this pressure. It was creating this pressure in my life, like a pressure pot, to blow the lid off so that I could really be elevated into my truest, most powerful expression of myself. So we are fundamentally always supported, and we do live in an abundant universe. When you say that you don't have any support, the universe supports you in believing that you don't have support by reflecting reality to look like there's no support. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about in this video. The universe will 100% support us. Therefore, we are completely free to live our lives how we want. So let's go ahead and hop into part 2 now, where I'm going to get into evidence and research and the real depth of this video that I want to present to you. Now, I think it personally sounds pretty dang exciting when we're talking about this concept, because it means that we are 100% free and could do and feel and be absolutely anybody. And I find it to be super empowering. And in this part of the video, I want to go ahead and present some evidence and some research that I've done that points to this being true. And I find it all to be super inspiring. So I hope you guys dig it too. So this is really awesome. The Huffington Post has literally now been presenting scientific-based research about what we talk about being the law of attraction, which I prefer to call the law of attention. So the law of attention is talked about in here. Now, here's what the research study is. I've got it linked below for you guys too, so you can all check it out. But they were showing that they attached brain scanners, right, to, for example, somebody doing something exciting. And it would show the parts of the brain that's lighting up in this person as they're doing something super exciting, right? Like the brain lights up in all these regions. Now what they would do is they would put the same equipment on somebody that is watching the person that's doing something exciting, just watching, and their brain lights up with the same parts of the brain that are encouraging you to feel that feeling of excitement. So just by giving your attention to, for example, what somebody else is feeling and doing, it creates that in ourselves. Now, they showed this with fear as well, and I'm about to connect the dots of why this means the universe supports us, I promise, but I just want to present it as clear as I can before you go and check it out in the description. So then they showed this with fear, that somebody who is afraid and feeling a feeling of fear, they show that it lights up in the amygdala. Then what they would do is they would take the pictures of these people's faces who were feeling fear, and they would show it to somebody who was hooked up to the brain scanner. Guess what? The brain lights up in the amygdala in the same part. So you would feel that feeling. Now, I think this is pretty incredible for this reason that I'm going to tie together right now. Now, Neville Goddard, you may have heard of him. I have a feeling that you probably have. He is an American author from the 1900s that made incredible waves and revolutionized the way that we think about reality and how we interact with it. Even today, it's revolutionary, right? These are like groundbreaking processes that a lot of people have built off it. Now, something that he talks about in a book called The Feeling is the Secret is that the feeling is what we use to manifest our realities. Now, I definitely recommend checking out Neville Goddard. I've got linked below in the description some cool beliefs and some cool quotes from him so you could dig deeper into this energy. But it's really powerful because what we feel is what creates our reality. It's based on this feeling, right? Not just what we want, but the feeling. And he talks about this concept about living in the end, as in being it right now and feeling the feelings now. For example, if I am giving my attention to the fact that I want to be a successful musician, the universe 100% supports me in that. The universe says, yes, you do want to be a successful musician. The universe supports me in that. Emphasis on the fact that I am not already a successful musician. You see what I'm saying? Because I want to be, I'm saying that I am not. Now, if I feel the feeling inside of me that I am a successful musician, what would that feel like? What would it feel like if I could channel into that and I make decisions in my reality based on already being that person? Then the universe 100% supports me in that and says, yes, you are right, you are. So that's the difference. And these are some really powerful, proven concepts that we can see in all kinds of examples of people's lives. So I really recommend checking that stuff out and checking the description. And real quick, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tell you guys some cool comparisons and some cool examples of real people in real life that have put this to the test. Just for fun, I want to throw some spice in here. You know what I'm saying? Spicy. So this is actually something talked about in the book called Think and Grow Rich, which is basically the Bible for success. So I recommend checking that one out too. In 1519, Captain Hernan Cortez went with his army to conquest the Veracruz lands. So they literally had to sail here to do this, okay? It was far away from where they were. They sailed there to do that. And when they got there, before the battle, the general ordered all of his men, the captain, right? He ordered all his men to burn the ships. Now, I'm sure that his men did not appreciate this. He was probably not well loved and appreciated. But here's the deal. The full attention for the entire army and him was that they already won because they had to. They essentially burned all the bridges because if your attention is on the fact that you can retreat or that you might not succeed in something, then the universe supports you and says, yeah, that's true, you might not. And you'll experience evidence of that because the universe unconditionally supports whatever. So again, I'm not necessarily saying that you should have an army and do this to your men, but they won the battle. Now, who's to say that they would have won otherwise? But I think this is a really incredible emphasis on these cool concepts. To me, I think it's pretty powerful. The attention was full on the fact that they had already won. It was the only option. It's the only thing that their attention could have was to win. So the next thing I want to bring attention to, by the way, that's also linked in the description if you want to hear more about this. The next thing I want to bring attention to is Jim Carrey, who is an American actor who is a comedian. Okay, now he does a lot of different roles, but the thing I want to draw attention to is something that he talks about in his success story, and it's that he wrote a check for a very significant amount of money that he did not have. He certainly did not have this money, and he carried it around, and he believed that he had it, and he felt the feeling of being somebody who had that money, and he acted like he was that person. He became them, right? Like method acting, really feeling like you are this successful person who has this money. Now, guess what? After this, Jim Carrey blows up, becomes this huge actor, makes all this money, and far exceeds the check that he was carrying in his pocket. But he specifically states that it was because he felt like he had it, and he was somebody who had it. He didn't want it, he had it now, right? So all of these things we can see connected and tying together as being really powerful evidence and at least suggestions that this could be something that's real, that this could be something that we could put to the test and see, is this really true? Does the universe 100% support me? Yes, it does. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to prove it to you. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, out of all the things I've been talking about here, and all that this video is, this to me is the most exciting and most important part, and it's the being it now. So in this part, I'm going to share with you how I'm going to prove that we really can be these things right now. I'm going to prove it with my own life by taking a huge drastic leap and showing you how everything really comes together and will support us all. Now, this being said, one of the really important things with this I want to say first is that trusting this process and having faith is one of the most important kind of navigations with our energy that we can do to feel the support and to feel this kind of trust. But a lot of times it's important for a lot of us to dip our toes into the water and to see a little bit of this evidence before we take a huge leap in our lives and really find ourselves being whatever it is that we choose to be. So what I encourage you guys to do, and what I want to ask you, is to pick something in your life, something small, something casual that's not this huge big deal you'll create a bunch of fear around, and to decide that this is something that I'm going to be right now, right? To manifest, right? So I encourage you to do this and to feel into all these concepts I've been talking about in the videos so far, and decide that this really is who you are, and be them now. Feel those feelings, and say to the universe that within the next 2 weeks, you will receive a powerful sign that this concept is real, and that it's not just a concept, it is literally the fabric of reality, and that you really could be anybody. Ask for that sign, and you will get it. And then we can all trust, and we can take these huge jumps together, right? So I would love if you guys would comment below and let me know what it is that you are going to do. If you wouldn't mind sharing, I'd be excited. And I'd love to see if you come back to the video too and let me know if you've seen a sign for you. Now I'm going to tell you guys how I'm going to prove it. This is what I'm so excited for. So I bought a plane ticket to Costa Rica. Now here's the deal, okay? I am not really somebody who's financially capable or has the success on my YouTube channel to be this kind of person that's traveling the countries. But when I feel into being that person right now, then I can see clearly that I am somebody who is in Costa Rica. So instead of waiting for these things to come to me to then be who I want to be doing what I want to do, I'm going to be it right now and feel the fact that it is here right now. It's not something to wait for. So this being said, I'm going to go to Costa Rica and I'm going to show that just because I don't have the financial support right now, I'm going to show in the videos that it comes to me once I make the decision to be this person. Because again, we are 100% supported by the universe. So I'm going to be proving this in vlog format. Every Sunday on my channel now is going to be vlogs where I prove and talk about and really just be honest and share with you guys where the support's coming from, how it's working out, and whether this is real. And I'll be honest and let you know if it's not working. I'm going to be super honest in these vlogs. They're going to be really raw, and I'll be captivating my experience in Costa Rica and sharing that with you guys. So that's part one. We've got a guitar going. Now, part two is also pretty exciting, I think, and that has to do with my YouTube channel. So when I feel into who I want to be, I can see that the content is very different. And this video is the first in me being who I am now. Without waiting for certain things to come to be it, I'm gonna be it right now. So in the past, I've been making daily videos that are just random kind of just blah, 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 stream of consciousness types things, right? And I've had a lot of fun doing that. But because when we fully give our attention and fully dedicate ourselves to something, that's when we see it blossom. That's what we're fully supported in, is what our full attention is on. So I've now given my full attention to the direction of my channel. And I'm gonna prove to you guys and show you that you can make a full switch in any area of your life and experience that support. As long as it's your full attention and your full dedication, you will be 100% supported in it. So I have given my full attention to that this is who I am now. And this translates in a few different ways. For example, I'm not gonna post videos on YouTube explaining to everybody that this is who I am now, this is what I'm doing. Because when you feel into who you are, I feel myself and I can say that this version of me on an alternate timeline that is 100% supported by the universe in the ways that I prefer to be, isn't explaining to everybody, hey, this is who I am. I just am that person. You see what I'm saying? So I am being this version of myself right now. And that's how I'm gonna prove it to you guys. So definitely make sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date and watch these transitions take place, because this is proof, and the proof is all in your life too. So really pay awareness and give attention. And like I said, remember to ask the universe for a sign that this is real and that you really are supported and you can do anything, and you will get it. You will be supported in giving your full attention to receiving a sign that you are fully supported. I'm telling you, it's freaking sweet. So this is how I'm gonna prove it to you guys. So definitely stay tuned for Sunday, and make sure to check up on Thursday's video coming up too, because it's gonna be a full energy download all about abundance and how we can tap into this energy and feel this on this journey that we are together, right? Of dipping our toes in the water. So thanks for watching this Vibes and Frequencies video. Always remember that we are fully receiving the universe and that you are the most powerful expression of yourself in this moment, right now. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but right here. So thanks so much. I hope to catch you on Thursday and Sunday if you want to stay tuned for the cool vlogs. And definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you disliked it, you could do a thumbs down too. Those things actually do encourage the YouTube algorithm. So see you soon. Thanks so much. Have a good one.